Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose, this is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. New ideas with a sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Morning on the mic. Wake up, tap in, baby. The Morning Mac Show. The Morning Mac Show. Yeah. Coffee on the dash, pages in your hand. Big news, small laughs, right at your command. Mac got the truth and the jokes on deck. If your day felt rough, we could fix that right. Listen close, now it's time to ride. Scene with a grin I preach. Hot take in the mix, but it still can reach. Caller on the line, laughs in every room. From your front porch chair to your work day Zoom. Hands up, now the countdown's done. One bright moment and here we come. Strings rise high, horns cut through. This one's for you. The Morning Mac Show. Turn it up, let it roll. The Morning Mac Show. Take the day by the throat.
Grand Rising. I don't have no sound. We're working on the sound, trying to get this stuff up and going on. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Oh yeah, you can hear me. And it's not muted. Okay, it's not muted here, but I don't know.
Just keep talking, they can hear you.
Okay. Oh, all righty then. Well, if you went down low, I can't hear them.
Okay, we'll talk to them, they can hear you.
Oh, look, this is Wellness Wednesday, a rainy Wellness Wednesday, but we still here and trying to do things well and do things right like we supposed to do. Man, everybody's day started off with hesitation, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So even though your day may have started bumpy, lumpy, and all of that good stuff, you still have the possibility. And it ain't no possibility. You still have the opportunity to come in guns blazing. You can end up on a high note. Yes. I'm so glad I got a chance yesterday to see my dad. He came through. That made me feel good. I love my pops. And I'm so glad yesterday I got a chance to talk to my brother, the one that came out of surgery, and he's doing well. I love my brother. So I'm on a 10 right now. If I had to check my temperature, it'd be 10 because I was able to give and receive love from one of the two men, or a couple of men in my life, my daddy and my brother, and my sons and uncles. Those are the main characters, and my cousins and all that. So when I get some love from the men in my family, I just love that. So I had a great visit with my dad and a great conversation with my brother. I'm on 10. I'm on fleek. Now it's Wellness Wednesday. Now let me see if I can get a hold of my sisters, a couple of my sisters, and check in with them and check the temperature with them and all that good stuff. Okay, let's bring in our, I don't see nobody in, me and Molly in. Let's bring in my super producer. Hey, we don't stop the show. And then when everybody else come in and they fall in when they fall in. That's how they do.
Morning on the mic.
Okay, I can hear it.
Wake up, tap in, baby. The Morning Mac Show. The Morning Mac Show. Yeah. Coffee on the dash. Pages in your hand. Big news, small laughs. Right at your command. Mac got the truth and the jokes on deck. If your day fell right,
That's Weezy Weaves. What's up, Molly Mom?
What up? You can hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I can hear you, baby.
Okay.
What happened was, for some reason, it wouldn't, HDMI, I don't know the channels. Over here, equipment works when they want to work. It wasn't the computer this time. It was the TV. It wasn't getting the signal from the HDMI cord. And then we kept clicking on it. And then now, boom, now we got a signal, Look, I'm happy. I'm happy. You happy. We happy in the rain. You know what? Do you remember when we was kids, Molly, that I don't know, well, there's a big time gap between us. But when we was kids, we used to actually go outside and play in the rain. Did y'all do that too?
Yeah, rain ain't stop nothing. Basketball, football, tag, all that. Unless it like thunderstorm and be real bad. We get told to come in the house. Other than that, we know the rain we go. Love
Our parents had to make us come in the house. Get in this house. Get in this house.
I still do. I still do play in the rain. And I've been out in some thunderstorms too.
That's the weeds are crazy. But nowadays, kids don't want to get wet.
We ain't care about our clothes and outfits like kids do today. Like they a lot into fashion. Little girls getting their hair done is $150. They not trying to get their hair messed up due to rain. When we was young, we ain't care. Your parents be cuss you out. Why you got them shoes on? Go change those. We in the mud, we in the dirt, we playing, the rain can mess your hair up. You going to the pool. But now these kids into fashion, they ain't about to mess their Balenciagas up, and their parents ain't gonna let them. Y'all paid $300-400 for them shoes. Nah, come on in.
Yeah. I just, I'm like, well, we had fun.
You already The Morning Mac Show. Turn it up, let it roll. The Morning Mac Show. Take the day by the throat. Hit beat first when the world feels slow. The Morning Mac Show. Yeah.
What's going on? I'm in my little basement.
Let's go.
What up, Kool-Aid?
How y'all doing? I'm
We
doing
doing-
good.
We doing good, Kool-Aid. I'm glad you doing good too, baby. Love to see you when you're smiling.
Yeah, you know, I had a great yesterday night. I went to an open mic and it was fun. It was fantastic, and I liked the theme of it. And I was like, oh, I wish a lot of more people would do what this man did. He had little things you pick out the pot or bag, and you had to say something. So it was like Kanye West or Elon Musk for president, and then you had to like, who would you vote for? And you had to make like jokes about it and stuff. So I thought that was like really fun, and I had a ball. And I had 2 wines because I'm really proud of myself. I didn't drink any liquor or no beer because I said, you know, if you don't do something and you don't want to do it, don't do it.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Dwayne White, you know the comedian Dwayne White and Shevitz, they used to have a thing out in Woodbridge at the Electric Palm. I used to go on every other night, and that's how they would do. The comedians, they have a group of comedians, and you write down different words or different topics, and you got like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to tell jokes or make that topic funny. And that used to be a ball. I loved it. I had some footage of me actually doing that on stage, and you pick out, you don't even know what you're gonna get, but whatever you get, you gotta boom, make it funny. And I love doing stuff like that. That helps sharpen your improv skills. Oh man, that's how we started out doing the improv and stuff. I love it. It just, and for comedians coming up or that's been up, even if you've been up for a while, it's nice to go and exercise your chops. You know what I mean? It sharpens us. So a lot of comedians, like before a big show, they would go into like an open mic or whatever somewhere. Then that's how you just sharpen on your skills. I love that. I missed that going out. I'm gonna have to try to incorporate what you did last night, Kool-Aid, like maybe 2 times a week. Is that too much? I think
you know what. I don't know how your lifestyle is. You know what I mean? It's not too much, but if that's what you want to do it. But for me, it would be probably like 3 times a month or something, or twice a month. You know what I mean? Because it was a treat and a joy to me, and it do sharpen your skills. But I do my best with open mics. I don't know why. I mean, I'm to the point where people coming up talking about they want autographs, and I'm like, whoa, I'm not even like, you know what I'm saying? But when I on stage, it's just. But you know what I'm saying? It's just open mics do sharpen you, and it's really good to really see what you can do and what you can't say, and it's good to see other comedians, because I'm looking at other comedians and some of them aren't like comedians. Some of them are more or less of like movie writers or what else? Like storytellers. You know what I mean? So, but it was fun.
Oh, we got Chow and Allen in the building.
What's up,
Hey,
family?
They was doing racist jokes and stuff. I didn't like that. So here we go.
Allen said, what did he say? Something about, going out to take his damn school clothes off.
Playing in the rain. We talked, that was the question, like playing in the rain when we was
You're
kids.
supposed to do that anyway. You can't take your school clothes off anyway. I don't care if you go outside or not. Change your clothes.
And then Kool-Aid, do you remember? Let me ask you the question I was asking everybody. When you was a kid, did you ever go outside and play in the rain, or was you one of the kids that was scared of the rain?
Oh wow. Dang, I'm trying to remember. I remember kid stuff, but the rain. You know what? I wasn't scared of the rain. I didn't like the rain. So I wasn't one of those kids that would run around in the rain. When it was raining, I said, I'm going in to go eat or something. A little kid. I do remember that. I didn't like rain. Y'all got all that. They were trolling around and shit. Tongue out. I wasn't.
Yeah.
So because I know what you're talking about. I think I tried it one time and I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like,
I was running out. We was passing each other.
I was running in the rain.
Look, and then for kids, as soon as that the rainbow come out and the sun, the ones that didn't like the rain, they come right back outside.
And
that
we'd
was
be
me.
soaking wet and let the sun dry us out. We'd be like this, like, woo.
Right.
So I remember playing in the rain. That was beautiful.
I was the heathen that would go around the back of the house and take my shirt off and wring it out and put it back on. I would wring my clothes out.
We didn't do that. I remember my grandmother standing at the door with a switch. Say, didn't I tell you bring your ass in the house? We were like, oh, grandma, it's funny because they should be right at the doorway. You gotta go past. Get in here. What? Get in here. What? But we didn't. That was growing up in Palmer Park, running around, up and down Bender Road, up and down, in and out around my backyard and all that good stuff. Oh gosh, that's so nostalgic. And I remember if y'all had an old timey mom or grandma like mine did, when they have a real bad thunderstorm, we had to. And what I remember the first time I saw hail, and I was like, it's raining ice cubes. So it was like, get it, and hell hurts. Mm-hmm. I don't know if nobody know when you get hit by the little pellets, pop, 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 pop. We run our ass in the house then. And we had to sit in the middle of the house, in the middle of the floor, quiet. Yep. You couldn't say no. I don't know.
Cut everything off.
I don't know why our grandparents did that. And you better not be on no phone.
They said that's the Lord doing his work. We gotta be quiet.
And we used to sit down in Indian style, all in the circle like this.
Oh, what about when it rained when the sun's out? Did you ever hear that?
The devil's beating his wife. Yeah, they can say that the devil beating his wife.
I was like, well, what did he do?
I was like, well, who is the wife? When did he get married?
Adam said he used to take walks in the rain, put his Columbia range on, and walk in the rain to clear his mind. He said he got shot in that shed in y'all backyard in Palmer Park.
What was you doing in the shed?
Hey, Kyle.
Playing with Electricity Island in the rain? Come on now. What was you doing in the back of the shed? Madeline. It's just like,
he was a Louisa, always messing with stuff. I stayed doing something.
But the children nowadays, they look at us like, when we tell them stories, it was like, really? You playing out rain? And like Molly said, Molly made a very good point. He was like, these children nowadays are growing up with different standards and different things. Like Balenciagos, am I saying that right? Mm-hmm. Balenciagos, but it would have been. Anyway, but Balenciagos and fresh fashion, and you know you don't want to get that wet. And also I want to point out that the rain that's coming down now is a whole lot of filth in it. It's not the same. It's not the same when we had it. Because when I get wet, I'm like, ooh, getting wet now as an adult, I feel nasty. It makes me want to go in the house and take a shower and wash the rainwater off of me. When your clothes dry, you gotta wash, put in the water, you know, stuff like that now. And it don't really too much have something to do with hair, because y'all know we know how to take our hair off, put it back on if it's natural, whatever. But it's just the rain affects the skin differently because there's so much toxin and pollution in the air for so many jets and rockets and all that stuff going up. And it's like there's a cover of smog over DC. It really is. And when the rain start coming down, it goes through that smog and then it comes to us. So it's like a filter of smog or a filter of mess. And that's why we get it down here. And I'm wondering.
Adam said him trying to change the bulb, but the broke. So he tried the screwdriver to get the broken piece out in the shopper. Well, you know what? Even though I still go play in the rain. Now, my kids do too.
Well, don't be trying to shock no bulbs and stuff.
Me and my kids will go outside.
You're lucky to be alive, boy.
Yeah, I've actually done some craziness, not putting it in there on purpose, but trying to do. That's what I say. He's like a Louise to be out there messing. So he said, "I'll be in the rain now, but not trying to get wet."
I mean, it's a beautiful thing if you can stand it. For the moisture, it messes my sinuses up. My head swell up bigger than what it is now, like a balloon, and I get all congested and sinus and all that stuff. And that's because I have an allergy to rain now. Isn't that something? You're allergic to the rain, allergic to the night. They try to. I'm getting allergic to all the good stuff, huh? But
Kyle said that's geoengineering.
You got it. Mm-hmm. But kids aren't the same, and that's because when we was younger, simple pleasures. Well, we did it. Technology did it, and it played a big role in it. And because we the one buy the clothes for our kids, $300 tennis shoes. Don't know kid have the money to do that. it's the adults. It's our generation that messed it up. The same generation that enjoyed playing in the rain messed it up for the next generation. I'm just gonna say it. We did it. We messed it up.
Mine do it because I let them do it. If I didn't, they would do it.
We did it, and we messed it up. So we got to take ownership. And then the generation coming after us ain't worth a plum nickel. They are the entitled future. They the Gen X, that Gen X. I'm X.
You
Gen
X. That's Gen
so Alpha
Z,
Z or whatever. They feel entitled. They feel like I shouldn't have to earn. I automatically receive or automatically get the gimme. And we don't. That's not teaching our children value.
That's our fault, though.
That's what I'm saying. We got to take the onus to it. This is Wellness Wednesday, y'all, and we're talking about wellness, mental wellness, spiritual wellness, financial wellness. All the wellness is there.
And even crazy wellness. I don't think Uncle Eddie was mad as shit, but Aunt Ann was from getting her ass beat. He said he'll go sit on the porch or under the gazebo in his backyard when it rains. Yeah, I like it because I have a rooftop, but also to my back door, it's like a walkway right there. So I open the door and I'll stand there depending on if I feel like getting wet that day, I stand, I just go out there. If not, then I just stand at the door and put my hand out there or whatever. It just depends on if I feel like
nothing out there.
I'm telling you, I love it. I go out in the rain.
I enjoy the rain from the window view.
I get everything wet and I go take my shower later on. But
I get nope. I don't want it. Stuff become nope. Nope. Now as an adult, I don't like how I feel on my skin. Next thing you know, I'll be itching and scratching, and my eczema flared up. No, no, thank you. No, thank you. I will enjoy God's work for where inside the house, or in the car. Sometimes, and that'll help you go to sleep when you drive around in the rain in the car. Mm-hmm. Just to hear the windshield wiper and the sound of the rain. You could get some really good sleep when you could hear the rain when it's raining, and it's like a little lullaby. It puts you to sleep. Babies too, when it's raining and they hear the rain, it's soothing to us. The rain now, not the hurricanes. I ain't talking about the hurricanes or the tornadoes. With just the thunderstorm. We used to. That's Wellness Wednesday when the earth was a lot healthier then than it is now. When I mean the earth, I mean the earth, the pollution, the soil, everything on it, and what we ate. I found out yesterday, Molly was telling me don't eat 3s and 4s. If your food got 3 and 4 on it, don't eat it. It's not good for you. You try to eat the 9s. So now, with my blind ass, I'm gonna be shopping by the numbers. Like, what numbers? What numbers?
It's organic. Yeah, it's organic.
But I just don't want no more 3s and 4s. I mean, I know I'm starting late.
I mean, it's not real. It's just have the pesticide stuff on it. If you want to clean it real good. And even organic stuff, you don't know what this it is.
What's these nuts got? Is these nuts? She eating nuts again, y'all. Is it 3s and 4s on the nuts? What's on the nuts?
What's on the nuts is salt, and I'm eating.
No, where you see the 3 and 4
this
at?
Is not this. You talking about the fruits?
Oh, I thought
fruits and vegetables had the labels, the stickers on them.
The stuff like that don't have stickers on it.
No,
I thought all food had numbers on it.
No.
Huh.
It's just fruits and vegetables that they label for tag. Tag. Go to the farmer's market.
No, we're gonna go.
If you don't want to look at you don't want to do that, go to the farmer's market.
Dude.
Go to the farm. Go,
With Miller's Farm or the Amish market.
Molly Clay, what y'all got to say about this conversation?
What? I just got back in like 2-3 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, we've been talking about. We were still talking about the rain, but then she switched over to the numbers on the fruits and vegetables. She thought all food had to label the numbers, but no, it's just the fruits and the vegetables that they put the stickers on that have the numbers on. It's supposed to tell you what's organic and what's not.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I do believe that. Like on the fruit, some little circle stickers you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. But I thought she was talking about labels like on food, like the numbers too. Like some stuff be on food too, not like numbers, but like red
colors.
It's called like red number, and it got numbers with it. Like, let me look on this cereal now. Y'all got me thinking. Oh shit, I can't see.
'Cause they were saying that on
Oh,
toothpaste that
Lane.
the numbers and the colors,
Yeah, color.
and that means stuff. And I thought it was on all stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's some. Wait, is there some numbers on this? Nah, because this is cereal. So you mean like right there type thing?
no, not the nutritional value or stuff like that.
Right. Okay. No numbers on that. Right. Well,
But
then.
y'all in the DMV, so it's not a lot of trees there, so nothing is filtering the air. It's a lot of trees there, so the air quality is different. I swear, when I visit the DMV, the air seems different. It is. Every time I go down to the country and come back, it feels different. Down the country, the storms are stronger too. If you know, the storms are so strong down there. But there are a lot of trees, but not good trees. Okay, 4-digit code starting with 3 or 4. What it say? Conventionally grown. Oh yeah, conventionally grown. 5-digit code starting with 9, organic. 5-digit code starting with 8, genetically modified.
That's
So
screenshot.
it's just where they start with, not end with.
4-digit code 3 and 4 is conventionally grown, so grown pesticide and stuff. 5-digit code start with 9, organic, and 5-digit code that start with 8, genetically modified. Now I haven't bought it. I haven't seen anything
genetically modified with an 8. Well, that's them grapes, them hybrid grapes like they have at the store, like cotton candy grapes and stuff like that.
Well, you all know they made that.
What's Alice saying?
I just read it. That was about the trees.
Oh, okay.
And we were talking about yesterday about how they took away the female trees. That's why a lot of people's allergies have gone on 1,000 because all these male trees eating everywhere, and you're not getting on the female trees or the female plant so they can reproduce fruit. And so now everybody got inhaled the tree skeet, and everybody's sick.
Tree skeet.
But that's what it is.
Tree skeet.
And the pollen, that's all it is. Tree skeet. They're not making the fruit. So
wow.
We used to be able to just walk around and eat fruits and stuff, right? Off the tree.
Well, we did. Ali, you remember the crab apples and apples? And people didn't mind us in their backyard, and then y'all getting apples and orange. Right there on DC and Foster Street, my Aunt Dolly, rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, she had fruit trees in the back of her yard. You can ask my cousin, and we used to go over there. We had to wash off the apples, and then we collect them, and then Grandma would make us dumplings. Aunt Dolly would make us dumplings, and we, and we get blackberries. We had a blackberry bush in the back of our yard. They grew big and black. The vine grew right there on the fence, and we would go out there and we would pick them and stuff. And Grandma would make some blackberry dumplings. Now I didn't like blackberry dumplings because I didn't like the strawberries or the raspberry. I just like the crust after she made. I was like, eat the filling and give me the crust. I was a weird kid. I just like the jelly part of it, the juice that it made. I didn't actually like the fruit, right? And but they stopped us from being kids.
You keep touching stuff for.
I'm trying to make the screen small. We used to go and honeysuckle. We used to pull it off the trees, off the fence. We would just be walking down the street. They were like, "Oh, a honeysuckle," and we would take it and we would get the honey out the little honeysuckle. Do you think that I would even try to do that nowadays?
I would. I've done it, but it has to be a random. It can't be like in somebody's yard because you never know they spray. You gotta find it randomly. I've done it about 10.
We don't even go hiking through the woods no more like we used to. We used to play in the creeks and stuff like we used to. We don't do none of that no more like we used to. The kids are removed from that. I wonder how many children know how to make a fire outside with the logs and stuff, with the sticks and with the flint and stuff. You're right. Probably not a lot. I wonder if that's why they made us go camping in school. I mean, 6th grade, everybody went to Camp Smith or Camp Brown. I didn't get a chance to go because I couldn't afford to go. It was, your parents paid. You spent the weekend on a camp log. The kids came back and said they slept in their sleeping bags in the log cabin and all that stuff, and they would zip lining and all over the farm. I didn't get to go either.
Out there we used to have crab apple fights.
Yeah,
and I believe on Bender.
Yes, we did.
Peaches used to have a peach tree in her yard.
Georgia.
Miss Georgia Peaches used to have a peach tree in her yard.
And we had remember, Alan, we had the green apples and the red apples. We had two different. We had a Chinese crab apple tree where the red apples grew, and then right in front of the yard we had a regular crab apple tree. And we would take that because we stopped throwing rocks because rocks was busting windows and hurting people. So then we started taking the crab apples and having crab apple fights. You on one side, they on the other side. Pew, that was just good fun. Now, what's going pew, pew, bullets. Kids not fighting with crab apples no more. Kids are fighting with bullets now, and that's sad.
They not in the trees. They have to fruit tree. They might take away things, simple things, and make things harder. Unnecessary things.
What happened to slingshots and stuff like that? But no.
He said, I do camping in my backyard once a month. Family and friends pitch tents and we camp out. That's cool.
That is cool. I don't want to sleep outside no more. I'm at that age. My body, I'm aging differently.
Kyle said, I remember camp the first time a girl flashed me. What camp you went to?
Camp Smith probably
went to band.
I heard they be getting it in band camp.
He got flashed.
Yeah, band camp.
They be playing the flute and the trumpets and all that. Somebody be banging a gong and hitting the drums.
He's talking about some kids having Draco fights.
That's a good, ain't it? Them not that's real. They but we always talk about what was in the past and what they're doing now. How do we get them back to wholesome living? Is it gone?
Like what Alan does. He camps in his backyard. We have to take the initiative. I say this all the time. We are the ones that made it change because we stopped doing these things. Why? Because we was always at work or always, so we have to be the ones to switch it back. Just start.
I don't think society want to go back.
Society.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to get our kids interested, but as a collective.
We are the ones that get the kids there. We start doing things, people take interest. Society is there to try to make you do what they want you to do. So what? I have never followed society's rules. I have never been one that followed the crowd. Fuck the crowd. Fuck society. You do what you want to do. That's why I said my kids still do things that I used to do because I taught them. I showed them, or they see me do it. We have to be the example. You show them what you want them to do, and most likely they'll take an interest, even if they say, "Oh, that's just like with the music." I play all types of random music, and my kids like, "That's old people music," but next thing I know, it's on their daggone playlist. So it's like, right, even metal, even different stuff like that. And I'm like, "Oh, I thought you liked that song. You thought it was crazy." When I was in there banging my head and all this other stuff, now I hear it on their playlist. So it's like you introduce what you want. And if we can introduce negative things unintentionally, we can introduce positive things intentionally, purposefully. Kyle said they make it hard to live on purpose, to disconnect from nature and filled with separation and distraction. Yeah, that's the goal. If you can pull people away from the natural normalcy or the natural wellness and wholeness that we are accustomed to having growing up, you can control the masses. To take people away from thinking from themselves means control for them. Don't let them do it. He said Alex said we use an air mattress to sleep on in the tent, put the blow-up screen and the projector, watch movies, cook out, and we are right by the house, so the scary folks can stay in the house overnight. It's mainly the good kids. The ladies usually go back in the house when it gets late. Yeah, and that's cool because you're creating an environment. You allow them, even though y'all in the backyard, to have some form of outside
with nature,
right? And so they'll trek a little further as they get older. Oh, let's go here. But you have to give them those experiences. Yeah. It's up to us to do that. And I don't care what nobody else say. Oh, this ain't fun. Who cares? who gonna tell you what's fun to you? Who gonna tell you what not to do?
That's true. Like
hey,
we used to love going barefoot. Hey, Uncle E.
yeah,
We used to love going barefoot. My grandma used to fuss us, put your shoes on, put your shoes on. You gonna step on something, blah, 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 blah. Now I gotta wear shoes. I don't feel comfortable.
Look,
Look,
you got fussed at so much.
no, I don't feel comfortable walking with no shoes because that toe missing.
Oh,
But I gotta miss
you better.
that ain't comfortable walking.
You better.
Ew.
Got on socks.
Ew, I still don't like feet. Ew. It's just, I know what's in the sock. I know what's under the sock. She's flashing her foot. Take the sock off and show the people your foot. She flashing socks. Shout about them like socks. She like feet. Look.
Lock her up.
Lock her up. She flashing feet on you know. They
gonna
like
be
not
flash.
big and tall. She flashing bare feet.
Oh, that be the only thing that won't get us ejected off here.
Yeah.
Kyle said what's crazy is the fact that a piece of dead tree determines if you got basic needs that God made for free.
A piece of dead tree. Paper money. Is that what he's talking? You talking about money, Kyle? Wow.
And the fellas, Alan, fellas go to Stone Mountain Park once a month. Oh, what? And go fishing and camp out. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they did that in North Carolina too. Uncle Eddie and LeVar used to they go on a fishing trip. That's one thing I've never been is fishing. And I want to go.
Oh,
I would like to
you would
go.
have fun. It's quiet. But
Molly, you ever been fishing?
Yeah, I wanted to go, so I went.
I think I'm gonna find a fishing trip.
Yeah, I like
Oh.
fishing.
To
Not
get on
too
the
much
water.
now that I'm vegan. You know, I might just throw everything back in there that we catch. Y'all gonna be mad at me.
Yeah, a lot of people do. They do it for sport.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good sport no more. I used to like it. You know. Yeah, I don't like it, but it's relaxing though. You know, I think a lot of people do everything that a lot of people talk about. It just when they not in that world, they just think it don't exist. You know, like I know a lot of people go camping all the time. They've been doing it since they've been young. You know, it's like a family tradition. It's like the same camp. They do it all the time. We always went to camp growing up. I know plenty of kids that can start a fire from scratch. You know, it's just that, you know, it depends on reality, and I guess. But I think once you get into that world, you'll start to know that, damn, once you get out there, it's a lot of kids out here. There's a lot of people that look just like us out here. You know, it's the same thing with hunting. I thought black people didn't really hunt. So I got around black people that hunt. I was like, damn.
There's a lot of them that do.
We grew up a hunting family. That's
what I thought in my reality. That's what I'm saying. My reality that was different. I never even went to school with a white kid before till I got to college. So in my reality, it was a lot different than others. But as I got older and I started to realize that a lot of these things do exist. I didn't know people take Pokemon cards as serious. Until you get into that world, you like, God damn, they got everything about it. And it's like that with everything. So I don't really say that, you know, these kids need to do this more. It's like, nah, maybe the kids we're around, we need to push that more onto them because it is out here. Because gun violence, I say it all the time, the 90s, we was murder capital. Actually, when y'all grew up, the murder rate was actually higher than today. No matter what they portray on the news, it's just because on the news and Instagram, y'all ain't had that growing up to promote and push what was actually going on. But it was violent back then too. So I don't really think that if kids go camp and do that more and this and that, that would change because they already doing it. I just think the kids in our environment, we need to get them out there more and get more in touch with nature and teach them different things. But
I agree. Yeah, I agree 100%. And a good way of doing it is like we used to, like with the school that me, you, and Weezy, all we went to, we were working at with the kids. Good stuff like that don't last long. I don't know why. Is it because the people come in as janky or the government, the program, you know, we need more good stuff. Like we was in the program, we was actually touching the kids, being influenced. And I love that, being around the children and the influence, and all the kids, Mr. Molly, Miss Riri, and we could grab them and teach them. But the program ended because of funding or the people that was running it. It was always the people at the top, and I was sad when I wasn't no longer being able to go there and deal with the kids and stuff. I was, because I had a good time talking to them and talking to them and influence them, but like I said, all good things come to an end. It's like they don't want to give our kids a chance no more. We got to get more programs like that out there.
I don't like that saying that all good things come to an end, even though it seems that way. I think it only comes to a pause, because, like you said, those in the administrator or whatever stopped it, but that doesn't mean somebody else didn't pick it up, because there's always some continuation of something good. Good things are good for a reason, and it may go fast, but I don't think it ends. Hold on, scroll, go up some. Oh, he said, yeah, the Croc era. I'm sorry, crack era was crazy. Bodies was dropping like flies. Hold on, I can't.
I lost like 30 friends from 89 to 96, all from gun violence back then.
Yeah.
The rest of my friends got locked up back then.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I lost a lot of friends too. And I was telling you about the boy Bink that used to come to Safari, and we used to rap with Junkyard, and they let to get up there and rap, and how my friend, he was gunned down, and it's like he knew well that they was after him. He knew something was going to happen to him because he said it. Oh, that must be the people doing the ready to do the carpet.
Data need clean water. How we fight back is poop in the dirt.
Poop in the what?
No clean water for them. I like that idea, Cal. And I can relate, man. I lost count how many friends I done lost, especially the gun violence, to jail. A lot of my friends just coming home after 20 years from murder and stuff like that.
They gotta fix
it. Back to life. But that's why I say these kids today, they terrible too. But I'm like, when we was young, we was terrible. The generation before that was terrible. It's like, man, something got to change. We had programs, we didn't. It's like, nah, it's just crazy out here. It's gonna take a community. I don't know what they doing over there. See the data. Man, them data centers, man, that's the power of them underground cities, man. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Underground cities, the data centers.
They keep talking about data centers for the fat, man. We been had 5G, all that stuff. We don't need no data centers. Like, nah, everything underwater in the ocean. For some reason, we need a data center on top of land. Okay, that push the same type of energy that they do underwater. It's like, nah, why would we need that? I just think it's the power of something underneath it for a long period of time. That's just my thoughts. You know, I be thinking weird though. I just like don't make sense. And people that's from these places saying they don't want these data centers, they fighting against it. This stuff causing health issue for the people on top of land. Why would you want to build something right beside people that's going to affect them? You know, because they don't care about them people's right there. It's worrying about somebody else. And it takes so much water just to keep that stuff going. It's like, come on. They talking about the earth going to run out of water. How the hell we going to run out of water? That don't even make sense, but it can cause a panic. It can cause a fear for the people. So, I don't know. I stay out of that news shit. They just be lying.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're going to end and out. We're getting work done to my unit again today. You know, when the AC come on and the rain, and I got to stay healthy. Y'all already know that. And so they're trying to fix the floors. And we found out when we were getting the carpet in my room, I've been in this unit for 28 years. And there's an area where the floor, the tile on the floor, because it's parquet floors. I still have my original flooring. Like something or whatever underneath, and we started, this is mold. So no wonder adding to my allergies. And Molly used to always say, you stay sick, Reese, you stay in the house, you stay sick. And it was really something to it. The more I stayed in the house, the more I got sick. You know, it's really, really something. So we're getting that fixed and all that good stuff. And no, they ain't got nothing to do with the data centers. It's just got something with good health, breathing in good quality air. I'm
Mm.
sorry. That's what we're going back and forth. That's what's happening.
It's good they fisting it. Tell
good.
Weezy stop
Right,
flirting.
Weezy right here.
Tell me what?
Stop flirting.
Ain't nobody flirt. That man gone. I'm taking pictures
Oh, she taking pictures of him. God dang, man.
of the floor.
Just said,
Alan said, damn, you still in the spot. Sheesh. Yeah, man.
Still here.
She signed a lifetime contract with Courage Hill. She can't move. She wanted to. She can't move. She wanted to. It's against her contract.
that's not true.
If she get big and famous, they gonna know where she from.
No, I'm from Palmer Park.
Nah, you've been there longer. You've been there too long.
Huh?
You said you ever thought about leaving the DMV because of like
Yes,
North Carolina?
yes, indeed. I had, and I was even looking. Yes, indeed. And I think I told y'all I wanted to relocate.
Come get her, cuz
I sure did. I thought about Florida too, because I got family in Florida and I got family in Georgia.
Nah, you Carolina, not Florida.
You said Carolina.
Yeah, you give me Carolina.
I'm gonna move the whole Morning Mac show to North Carolina. We all gonna be down there. We all gonna be down there.
Carolina.
They got school down there all year long. Did you know that?
They started.
Yeah, they get school all year long down there. They get them breaks, but they go all year long.
My son ain't going to school all year round. He going with me for the summer. I don't know what they talking about.
When you get the breaks during the summer, they I guess they like 6 weeks on and a week off. 6 weeks. I don't know how they do it like that.
I'm gonna say it's against his religion beliefs.
He gonna be with daddy. Look,
Summertime is not
summertime breaks. We believe in that. And go against our beliefs.
Hey, what religion is that? Mine.
Yeah.
Summertime.
Yeah.
Well, he could be with you on all your breaks. It don't have to be just a certain time because they get breaks all through the year. Because they go all year long. So every break he get, he up there with Pops. Hey, Pops, I'm here for 2 weeks. What's up?
Man.
With a grin I preach, hot take in the mix, but it still can reach. Call her on the line, laughs in every room, from your front porch chair to your work day Zoom. Hands up, now the countdown's done. One bright moment and here we come. Strings rise high, horns cut through. This one's
The Morning Mac Show.
the Morning Mac Show.
Every morning, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30. Let's go. Tune in every morning, city locked in live. Morning Mac Show where the real ones thrive. Positivity, motivation, conversations raw. Al's question of the day got the whole world involved. From the hustle to the healing, we speak like through the pain. Special guests dropping gems while we building up the game. Whole squad on go. Wake up and boss up with the Morning Mac Show. Molly Mom bring the energy, pressure and facts. Trade money, keep it solid when the combo get cracked. LD and McFarlane dropping wisdom and grace. While DJ slide, I set the vibe with the bass. Blue Phoenix rising motivation on flame. Mission Merit bring perspective while elevating the game. We ain't just talking gossip, we inspire with minds. Giving game to the people while exposing the signs. Monday motivation got the hustle spot. Turn up Tuesdays got the city on fire.
Okay, you guys. Wellness Wednesday question of the day from our very own Alan. What's more damaging to your long-term health? Poor eating habits, lack of sleep, chronic stress, or not exercising enough? You can only choose one, and why. A healthy fact: getting less than 6 hours of sleep regularly has been linked to higher risk of obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and depression. Small daily choices. What did it say? Move it over a little bit. Small daily choices. Small daily choices lead to a healthier, happier you. Your health, your choices, your future. Come on, Alan. Look at you.
What's more? Hold up. I can't. I'm gonna make it smaller again. What's more damaging? Is that the
Yeah.
question?
What's more damaging to your long-term health?
Woo.
Poor eating habits, lack of sleep, chronic stress, and not exercising enough.
Okay. I'm going to say I got to think of which one takes me out more. Which one? All right, I'm going to say this. It's to me it's the sleep, and I'm going to say why. Because before when in skinny people, even in people that's not obese, when you don't get enough sleep, it causes other things to break down in your body. Sleep apnea prevents you from getting enough sleep, and it makes you lethargic. When you don't sleep enough, it can actually kill you. When you don't sleep enough, you go 3 days straight without sleeping, it kills you. It can kill you quick too. People start getting lethargic. People start hallucinating. Your body, your heart, and I don't know if you guys know it. I know for a fact your body would take sleep, and it look like you passing out if you don't get enough sleep, enough that the body resting. Because at night is when the body heals itself and repairs. If you denying it time to heal and repair, you're just going to keep driving a car that's eventually transmission damage. Eventually, it's going to give out on you. You know, all of these things are troublesome, but I see one of the quickest ways out is not getting enough rest of your body, because it affects your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your eyes, even your consciousness. Shoot.
Pull his comment back up, Mom. He said, I'm choosing poor eating habits. Everything in your body, this is Alan, everything in your body runs on what you put into it. Poor eating habits can lead to obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, low energy, weakened immunity, and even affect your mental health. While stress, lack of sleep, and not exercising are all harmful, a poor diet can make all three of those problems even worse. Think about it. You can survive a few bad nights of sleep or miss a few workouts, but feeding your body junk day after day will create what you got to finish it on another thing. I'm going with sleep too. Even though I agree with you as far as the food, you're only eating most of that stuff because you're trying to build energy. And a lot of times people grab the quickest thing or grab what's fast. You know what I'm saying? If you look at somebody, the food can make you obese. The food can kill you. But a lot of obese people live a very long time. But they usually sleep good too. For the most part, unless they got sleep apnea. But if, like what Reese was saying, if you are not properly sleeping, it will cause you to have a poor diet. It will cause chronic stress on your body because you can't properly function. You won't have enough energy to exercise. You ain't going to want to move. You're going to be drowsy, sluggish. And like she said, you will shut down. You're feeding your body with, you're eating, a poor eating habits, yeah, but you're still eating. But a lot of times that's just mainly to build the energy that you're not getting from sleeping. Not being able to rejuvenate or heal yourself properly at night kills your organs. It messes with your brain. It causes digestion to slow down, which whether you're eating healthy or not, if you're not sleeping enough, your digestion won't fuck with you anyway. It's even gonna mess with you anyway. So your body, your brain, you're not getting enough rest, makes everything else go off. You can, you have to eat, you have to sleep. You gotta sleep.
Even healthy people,
eating right, no matter what you
you eat right, no matter what you eat, if you don't take that proper rest, your body gonna take it. Your body gonna take it.
Yeah.
And within a matter of 3 days.
Yeah, he said long-term damage. This is the continuation to what he said. Long-term damage that's hard to reverse. Your food is either helping your body heal or helping your body break down. That's why I'm choosing poor eating habits. And you make very valid points. Cal said, I gotta go with poor eating habits. You are what you eat. People stay hungry because they aren't eating foods that give you your body proper nutrients. That is true. That is absolutely true. I agree, but also I still choose sleep. I still choose sleep.
Yeah, I know. I'm shit. I'm going with poor eating habit. It's not even close to me. you know, and because I had a poor eating habit, and I know why the lack of sleep was coming from now. For some reason, people, you sleep less than you actually woke. And a lot of people, you can't really fight a lack of sleep unless you just decide to just stay up. That's your decision. But most people having lack of sleep is because the bullshit they ate all day is keeping them up. They can't sleep. Chronic stress that come from bad eating habits. Eating all that bullshit. You taking on the same stress that them animals took on that you mostly eating. And I know that because at one point I used to catch a lot of headaches. I had chronic stress a lot, but the minute I became vegan, I had that shit in 10 years. You know, and lack of exercise, that's definitely a cause. But most of that came from being lazy due to the itis I was getting from eating burgers and McDonald's. I don't feel like working out now. You know, like, but when you eat plant-based, you feel like working out anytime. Somebody can call you, hey, let's get a quick workout. I got the energy for some reason. And I know that because I've been on both sides of the fence. To me, that's not even close. Poor eating habit, that will fuck your life up forever because you can constantly eat poor. You know, when you got lack of sleep, eventually your body going to crash. You're going to sleep. There's nothing you can do about it. Eventually you're going to crash. But if you keep constantly eating poor, you can go 20 years doing that. Then eventually your body will start to break down, but it's killing you slowly, you know. And with the chronic stress, the more you keep eating poorly, it's just gonna constantly keep happening. So I just think like if better eating habits would change all the other three categories to me. So that's why, you know, I choose poor eating habits, and maybe because I'm vegan too, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we already knew what you want to, but the lack of sleep will, if you get proper rest, will correct the rest of it as well. Because I can speak from both sides of them things. I'm trying to tell you, yeah, we each have our individual things, but I've been through that because I have eaten properly. I eat properly now. I do still eat junk though, but I eat properly, right? I was working, eating properly, exercising, all that shit, but I was not sleeping. I was not resting.
Well, what was the not rest coming from though? Was that a choice?
No,
it gotta come from the food. Anything. It's just like
no,
it's a choice.
It was. I wasn't sleeping because one, I had 2 jobs, had a house to run, had all this other shit going on, right? On top of the fact that it was just a lot going on. But I wasn't sleeping. I was going to the gym. I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym. I was eating, right? So it wasn't that. But I was.
What I'm saying is that you overworking yourself. That's what I'm saying. You overworking yourself.
What the process was. Let me tell you the process.
No, I get the process, but it sounds like you're overworking yourself. That's why.
But that's what I'm saying. I worked out. I ate right. I was not sleeping, and I was stressed. So on my situation, due to my lack of sleep, it wasn't because I wasn't eating right, and it wasn't because of the exercise. It was lack of sleep. When I started sleeping, everything else was fine. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said with the sleep. And I also agree with the food. I totally agree with the food situation because like you said, you can be sluggish. You could, it does things to you. But if you think about
it, I was asking, was you still doing all of those things and just got better sleep and it got better for you? Or did you release some of that weight off of you working 2-3 jobs and doing this and that? Or did you continue to do that and got proper sleep and then you feel better? That's what I'm asking, because then that would change everything. It ain't.
That's what I said. Yeah, when I started getting sleep, yes, everything changed. That's what I said for me. But I had to make myself do it. It wasn't. I wasn't in a position where I could let go all that stuff go. It's stuff I had to do as an adult, as a person. You got to be responsible. It's just what it was at that time. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it to make sure that my family's taken care of. So I didn't have the option to not do. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I worked out, because that was my stress reliever. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop eating. Well, I would eat right anyway, but I had to stop eating, stress eating, and I went to exercising. But I still was having issues sleeping. So I had to, shut my mind off, work on shutting things down so I can sleep. Once I started sleeping and getting a proper rest, I felt better. So that's why I say I can come from both ends of it, because I also used to stress eat. And I do know how I feel when you stress eat or eating stuff all the time. And then once you stop, so that's the thing with that. You stop eating that bad food, your body automatically clicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You stop sleeping, your body shuts down. And like you said, the poor eating habits, it takes a while, but it's going to happen. Lack of sleep, poor sleep, happens within a few days. You're going to feel it.
Hell
And
yeah,
it takes longer to get back. You know what I'm saying? So
but I'm
that's
saying
why
the food is
take-
causing the lack of sleep. You saying that
yeah.
overworking is causing the lack of sleep, but I'm saying you still saying you ate healthy. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
I did.
eat poorly and then do have a lack of sleep. So you eating healthy. When you eat healthy, you don't need as much of sleep as most people. I don't have to sleep 8
Women,
hours a
well,
day.
it
I
depends, but
be
it depends.
energized off 4 to 6 hours and I be good every day. Before
Yeah.
that, I need at least 8 hours, or like everybody else, you feel like you need 8 hours. I don't need 8 hours due to my diet.
Yeah, but
Other
it's
people
also
will
due
need
to
less.
your lifestyle too. It's not
Yeah,
always
that's why I was
yeah.
asking about the lifestyle
That's why I
included.
said, yeah, I need it. But see, okay, so men and women, the sleep change differs too. So when you have, and also during that time I was birthing, so I was having kids, I was working, I was, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot of things going on with my body, with all types of stuff. So which is why I started working out, because I got energy when I worked out. I relieved my stress when I worked out. And I know about the food because I used to stress eat. I stopped doing that. You know what I'm saying, at that time. So I would work out, which caused me to relieve stress. Even I was working out, I was having sex. I tell you that all the time. It was sex or exercise or food. I pulled food out of it, so it was sex and exercise. You know what I'm saying? And so that was my way of trying to deal with my stress. But I still, because of everything that was going on, was not able to sleep. I would come home, had to take care of the kids, cook, take care of the house. And a lot of times I wouldn't go to bed till 12 o'clock in the morning, but I had to get right back up at 4 o'clock because I had to be on the bus at 5:15 to be at work at 6:30. So that was my day. And then from that first job, after that, I would go to my second job. After the second job, I would come home and be my main 24-hour job, be a mom, and then a wife, and then a family, you know, so it was a lot of stuff going on at that time. And that was like maybe a 10 to 12 year span. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot when you constantly do not rest like you are supposed to, whether it's 4 to 6 hours or 8 to 12. It don't matter. If you are not resting because you don't have the opportunity to rest, your body will shut the fuck down faster than it would with the food.
Yeah, and I think that just showed the value people have sleep against food. You know, we value eating more than sleeping.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people find time to eat 3 to 4 times a day, to snack and shit all day. So I just think it's up to that individual. See, the thing is poor eating habit, but that's still, you know, you'll eat. But they said lack of eating, people ain't going all day without eating, but they go all day without sleeping. You know, and that's just because they value eating more than sleeping. They'd rather eat something than
And then
fall
you can do
asleep.
that.
And they
I'm
don't
sorry, go
understand.
ahead.
No, I just feel like they don't understand. It's the food, you know. But if you up for 2, 3 jobs, that'll keep you up. That will keep you like asleep, and you just overworking yourself. And I think even if you eat good, it's no way you can get a good night of sleep if you're doing all of the things that you was doing. I don't care who you is. There's no person that can do all of that and somehow be like, oh, I can get a good 8 hours of sleep
And
do
that's
this
what the
all
problem
together
is.
for 6 hours of sleep. So it wasn't that, oh, it wasn't the food. It was everything else outside the food. So you could ate good, bad. It didn't really matter. It was causing you from not sleeping was mostly the outside. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was going to say that we forgot about something that's medically wrong that causes you not to sleep. You could be an athlete, and you could eat right. People in the gym, and you could get sleep apnea. Sleep apnea will cause your heart enlarge, your lungs, your kidneys, all of that, because you're not getting proper rest, sleep at night, and oxygen is not going through, and your body's not healing. I know people in the gym that's physically fit, but they have sleep apnea. Now, sleep apnea can be caused by a number of things. It's medical, and it could be also physical as well. My sleep apnea came from my thyroid. It came from the goiter, and that came from genetics. That came from your DNA. It had nothing to do with it. No matter, it had nothing to do with my eating or whatever, but it interfered with my body resting because my airway would collapse every time you go to sleep, and I didn't have to get the proper sleep. It was causing me not to sleep, and also not getting the proper oxygen and blood flowing through the heart, you know. And a lot of people with sleep apnea looks like they're tired all the time. It looks like you're sleeping all the time, but you're not. Your body isn't getting its proper rest. It causes you, like I said, to pass out. You driving and all of a sudden that's dangerous. That kill you in an instant. You go out quicker and it enlarges your hearts and messing with your organs and stuff. And if you go 3 days without sleeping, you get delusional. You could possibly get out of here. Your brain is shut down. Go 3 days without eating anything.
Oh, you fine.
You could make it. You could, right. And we fast all the time, but we also get our rest when we fast too. You get your proper rest.
Your body. Yeah, that's another thing. That's why I love the fact that Molly and Alan and Kyle both mentioned food, because like you said, you eat right, it changes a lot. But also you fasting, and the best way to get back to eating right is to fast. Another thing about fasting a lot of people don't talk about is it's basically pulling the toxins from the other food that you were improperly eating. They pull it out so you can feel achy. You're going to feel tired. Your muscles, you're going to feel drained because it's taking everything that you shouldn't have been eating out of you. So a lot of people will stop fasting because, oh, my head hurt. Well, your head hurt because all this stuff that was sitting there. Drink some water. You know what I'm saying? Eat some fruit. You know, when you're fasting, it's just getting rid of those things. So, of course, they say talk to your doctor, but you know they don't really have a big conversation when they give you that medicine. So you should be able to fast. You know what I'm saying? It's and I do agree. That's why I say I do agree with the food. I definitely agree with the food. But I do agree. I pick lack of sleep because I know both ends.
What did
because I think that lack of sleep and no sleep is different. You know, like lack of sleep can be about a few 5-6 hours. Like compared to the sleep I get, most people probably be a lack of sleep, but I feel fully generated, so it don't bother me. But you know, not eating properly, I just think in the long term, that's where I think not the immediately right now, 2 days now. In the long term, I just think like that. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Molly, though. Because
like I can imagine going through that for long term either. It's like shit, like
the lack of rest.
I'm just curious.
Both lack of rest and poor eating habits are highly dangerous, but chronic sleep deprivation is often considered more immediately detrimental to longevity and bodily function. While a poor diet directly causes chronic diseases, insufficient rest disrupts the fundamental recovery, hormonal, and cellular processes that your entire body relies on to function. Getting fewer than 7 to 9 hours of sleep regularly has to
fewer than 7 to 9 hours. They like.
Yeah, but I don't get that. I don't get that much either, Molly.
I don't believe that. Like it's the same people gave you information before that.
Imbalance, sleep loss alters the hormones that control appetite. Ghrelin and leptin. Leptin. Which directly causes you to crave high-calorie processed foods and overeat. Disease risk. Long-term sleep deprivation is a major risk factor for Alzheimer's disease, dementia, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular issues. Decreased life expectancy. Some studies have shown that insufficient sleep can have a more significant impact on decreased life expectancy than diet, exercise, and social isolation. The stages of poor eating habits. While sleep is a psychological foundation, poor eating habits drive the obesity epidemic and related metabolic conditions. Chronic disease, diet high in processed foods, sugar, and saturated fats drastically increase the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. Systemic inflammation. Prolonged poor nutrition creates chronic, low-grade inflammation that suppresses your immune system and limits the body's ability to repair itself. Nutrient deficiencies. Not consuming the proper vitamins and minerals can lead to malnutrition, causing fatigue, muscle weakness, and compromised immune system. These two habits form a dangerous feedback loop. Poor sleep increases your body's physiological desire to overeat, while consuming an imbalanced and heavy diet too close to bedtime can cause insomnia and ruin your sleep quality. You can learn more about sleep deprivation. But yeah, that's why I said that both of those connect. Yeah, both of those connect.
Poor eating habits will kill you long term. no sleep will kill you quicker.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying.
Yeah, I said no sleep. Lack of sleep is different.
Lack of sleep,
You know,
no
I
sleep.
just feel like
It's a
you
lack
can,
of-
your body is going to go to sleep. It's nothing you can do about it. It's nothing you
Yeah,
can
you
try to
don't have no
fight as
choice
much
but
you
to
want,
sleep.
but poor eating, it's not. You can keep shoving your fucking mouth all day, and that's what constantly is going to happen. It's nothing you can constantly do until the doctor tell you or to your body do something to make you want to go check it out. It's lack of sleep. You can just be watching TV and your shit out because the body is going to get the sleep that it needs.
What
I
did
don't
the
care how
question
long
say?
you go. Yeah, lack of sleep. You know, but I just feel like the body eventually going to get the sleep.
Yeah, it's going to try. It's going to try. What's more damaging to your
What's more
long-term-
damaging to you
Yeah.
long term?
Yeah,
That was
so
the
we
question.
both-
Oh, no. You ain't gonna get the long term with no rest.
Come on, Dave.
He said long term. That's the key. What's more damaging?
Well, either
Long
way,
term.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
what you eating, Dave?
the funniest man in the world. Funny man, David Green.
I like that, Taz. Hey, Taz.
He burnt out. What up,
Taz,
Dave?
I think chronic stress because the body can't live in survival mode. For
What
too
is
long.
up?
Woo.
I said that chronic stress, like God, I
I've
don't know.
been
how
there
that
too.
work.
I've been there too.
I don't think I last that long. If I'm going through that. I'm just go ahead and
Hey, Taz.
what up, Taz? What
Hey,
up,
David. How you doing?
Oh, righty.
You ready for our question of the day that always brings us to a deep conversation?
all the answers
House
right?
question of the day. Yeah.
What's more damaging to your long-term health? Poor sleep, poor eating habits, lack of sleep, chronic stress, or not exercising enough. And you only can pick one.
Okay, when I see this, I think about yesterday when we was talking about ignorance and everything. Because remember how they used to in school they used to have the food chain and everything.
Yeah. The food
And
pyramid.
they were saying that you must eat 3 meals a day and all this. And even growing up now, they was talking about milk does the body good and all. But now they can't do it and all because now they're proving that cow milk and all actually damage your bones and different things like that or whatever like that. So my answer, I say poor eating habits.
Yeah.
And all the men say this.
But it's true. Poor eating
I
habits.
say
You know,
poor eating
I
habits.
agree, but the lack of sleep, I feel
It
strong.
says your long term health, and the only thing I was saying,
Yeah, but it
the
says
lack of sleep.
it says
They
lack.
gonna
It
handle
says
long
lack.
term.
Well, you would be
It says
long-term.
lack of sleep because you know me how they say we supposed to have like 8 hours or whatever. I sleep like 3-4 hours a day. I've been
Ain't no
doing
one
that
asked IG lack
for
of sleep.
years. For years or whatever. But yeah, it's saying a lack of sleep. So you know me, if you're supposed to sleep 8 hours and you only sleeping 5 or 6 or whatever like that, no, that's not actually damaging, but that's what you know. I mean, they say that you're supposed to sleep. I think like 8 hours or something like that, or something. You know, what I mean,
Well,
lack of
some
sleep
people-
and no sleep are two different things.
Yeah, that's what Molly was
Say
saying.
the same thing.
Yeah. But either way, lack of sleep, which means
It's
the
said
lower
lack.
no sleep and no sleep, you ain't sleeping at all. And that's a lot of insomniacs, right? I have a friend that will go up to 3 days and not sleep. And then she crashes out.
Are they on coke?
No, she just she has insomnia. My cousin is like, I got a cousin like that too. But
We didn't say no sleep. We said the lack of sleep. And when you put it in the computer and IG, say the lack of sleep.
That's the thing. I don't believe that. Like they say, you need 8 hours a day. This the proper sleep you need. If you don't get this, and it, I don't believe it. Based on because I ain't get that many hours. I don't get that many
I
hours.
believe your body. Everybody's body is different.
I know. So how they going to calculate everybody calculation as one?
Like say for instance, if you can function 4, where you can function on 4, but then you cut your 4 down to 2, do you think you could still maintain and be sharp?
You said y'all put it all night and y'all drove 30 some hours or some on the road nonstop. Nobody slept.
We did 28 hours.
So that your body let you had based on AI, they would tell y'all should have all been dozed off by hour 16. Y'all should have been saying 3 of everything and y'all should have crashed. But based on
like literally,
like Misha was sleeping in the back, and she got her rest, and she talked to keep Shonda up.
Man, she got her rest. Hold on.
She in the back.
Where LA at? Where LA at? In the back. They got rest now.
But we didn't stop. Molly, we drove nonstop.
You said nobody went to sleep at first. Now y'all stop. I mean, y'all got rest.
I said it was nonstop.
I know that part, and everybody stayed up the whole trip. So everybody went to sleep for like 6 hours or something.
No, Shonda drove straight. We all took turns driving. When we was keeping each other up, talking to keep each other up.
That's what we were saying.
Because I was nervous. I'm looking like this the whole time. Misha was able to doze off in the back, and then if I did doze off, Misha was talking to her. We was talking.
So you ain't never put it all night. What's the longest days y'all ever stayed up? How many days y'all ever stayed up? We just sound like she said somebody stayed up 40 days and then crashed or something.
My cousin, wait a minute, 48 hours, 2 days.
Oh, okay.
My cousin Alicia went into a PSP.
That's why you say you don't coach.
She had her daughter and she stayed up and it was trying to take her daughter from the hospital. She went Lilu for a minute. She had a breakdown and they said it was because her lack of sleep because she wouldn't go to sleep. Alan, do you remember that when Janelle was born?
Eventually, you're gonna get a little dizzy.
She didn't have the lack of sleep. She was so her body wouldn't.
She didn't sleep. It ain't the lack of sleep. She didn't sleep. Once a day passed, that means she didn't sleep. That means she got no sleep at all. That's why she started getting like that. After 2-3 days, you're gonna start. That's no sleep, not lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is a few hours or more a day. A little few hours more a day. Every day, a lack of sleep. But we saying that you going days without sleeping. Hell yeah. Then I go with the opposite, you know?
Like an hour or so. It's still
no sleep, lack of sleep. You get a little bit of sleep, but it's still not rejuvenating. You're not doing nothing you're supposed to do with your body. I've done both. I've gone with no sleep, and I'm gone with a little bit of sleep. And I went, that's why I said, like for 10 to 12 years straight, I was running off maybe 4 hours of sleep. And if I did sleep longer than that, I was sick. But I was
it just said sleep deprivation, and we did pose the question, the lack of rest. That's what we posed, lack of rest. They said the lack of rest will kill you quicker than the bad eating habit. I guess the bad eating habits got to take a while to get in.
Long term is more damaging.
So
they both damaging regardless.
They both would kill you. But they said in the long term, with the lack of rest, you ain't gonna get to the long term. That's what I'm saying.
I just think that a lot of people that they go years eating bad, they go years lack of sleep. Eventually, you can go to the hospital for that bad eating. I think some gonna pop up diabetes or some illness, stomach gonna hurt. You gonna be throwing up and all that shit before they say, well, you need more sleep. You know, I think they're gonna be like, well, we gonna prescribe you this or prescribe you that. Lack of sleep, just quit the other job or whatever it is you're doing. Take your ass to sleep.
The lack of sleep damages all your body and the organs because you're not giving it.
I'm gonna say if we were able to pick two, I would have picked food and a lack of sleep.
Yeah.
But for me, that's a combination. If you don't sleep properly, you're gonna eat more. If you eat more, you can't sleep. So that's why I said it's interchangeable. That's why I like the fact that y'all broke. It's interchangeable. And with the bad eating habits and the lack of sleep, you're going to stress, and you ain't going to exercise.
Well, you could exercise and be fit and eat right, but the lack of sleep will still take you out.
It will. Either way, I think it's interchangeable. I'm still sticking.
I just never seen a nigga die. They was like, "What happened, man? He died from lack of sleep." Like
yeah,
that,
because the
my,
heart attack.
you know,
It's
but a
called
lot of
that,
times
Marlon.
came
You
from
being
food.
funny.
I heard more people dying from bad eating habits that cause all these illness and everything than lack of sleep.
Well, because
you ain't looking.
because
Bad
they're
eating.
not going to say lack of sleep, because the lack of sleep shuts your organs down. They're going to go by the organs. They're not going to go by the fact that this nigga ain't sleeping.
Yeah, because y'all putting sleep before food. Y'all not understanding that the food is causing the lack of sleep. I think a lot of the food causes people bad sleeping habits. You up all night because you're drinking Pepsi. People like, "Why I'm up all night, can't sleep?" You just
drinking that caffeine
all night. It got caffeine in it, and they constantly keep drinking and talking about, "I can't sleep." It's the shit that you ingesting that's constantly keeping you from resetting. But then you'll blame the reset, and that's why I'm eating this stuff, because I couldn't sleep that well. So now when I get up, I just crave for any and everything, and then that puts you back into I can't sleep mode. It's just like if you eat right, you'll eventually sleep better. And then when you get up, you won't crave all the negative shit out of things.
Yeah. No, but that's what I say. I agree both ways.
Everybody's different, and everybody got a different story.
At the end of the
So y'all
day,
think better sleep can bring better eating habits,
Yeah.
or can better eating habits better sleeping habits?
I got sleep apnea caused by a thyroid disease, caused by something else. So
no, I'm just saying, which one you think can bring the opposite? Like if somebody slept more, you think that would encourage and make them feel like they will want to eat better, or they would constantly eat poor and whatever they want? Or
you slept more,
if you,
I think it would give you the energy where you won't want more food.
You think so? So
yeah, I know so. I know so.
Okay.
But also,
because they mess with your mind and the hormones.
But if you eat too much junk and eat too much mess, it affects you. That's why I said they're both interchangeable.
Right.
They're both interchangeable.
And they were saying that the lack of rest messes with your hormones and your mind. And we all know, especially with Ozempic and all of that, that if you could change the way your hormones are with these GOPs and for the diabetes, and they said lack of sleep will cause heart disease, cardiovascular, and diabetes.
All of these stuff comes from food as well.
Let me finish what I'm saying. You ain't let me finish my statement. What I'm saying is that you made me forget what I was saying. Cardiovascular gives you the other diseases. It break it down quicker. But I still forgot what I was saying. I was going to make
the same thing, so that's why I said they're both interchangeable.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all think it's coming more from the food or the lack of sleep? That's why the question is.
He said the long term. He said the longevity.
Y'all think
the longevity? You ain't gonna have longevity. You can eat junk for years, but if you don't get the proper rest, you ain't gonna make it to them years.
No, you missed the question. I'm saying is, if somebody changed their sleeping habit, which they can, would that benefit them changing their eating habit? Or if somebody changed their eating habits, better eating habit, will they get better sleep?
Yeah.
Which one would y'all think will be more beneficial? If somebody actually slept better, would that make them eat better eating choices, better eating habits? If they had better eating habits, will they get more sleep? That's all I'm asking.
Both of them right. Both of them right. The more sleep, fix those hormones that cause you had those cravings, and you won't be up all night eating because you'll be resting, sleeping. Eating the right foods will cut down the craving, and so you won't be all night, so you can sleep.
Yeah.
So see how important that the sleep is. You eat right, you'll be able to sleep. You won't have that lack or that void there missing. So both of them are correct. Ain't neither of them wrong. Both of them right.
So and if you lack of sleep will change their eating diet. That's the part that I'm lost. How is it the same? Like
the
somebody
mental,
sleep 8 hours. You think they wake up and just be like, I'm not gonna eat McDonald's no more, Burger King,
you won't have those cravings, certain cravings.
Why wouldn't you? Why they still had? Why wouldn't you have them cravings? Who sleep for 8 hours and wake up with
the hormone balance when your body's in balance, chemical balance?
I don't believe that. I don't really believe that.
How you gonna believe half and then gonna believe?
I really believe people who change and got better eating habits get better sleep, but I don't believe people who got sleeping better that's getting 8 hours changing their eating habits. I still think they eating everything they was eating before they was getting the sleep that they properly was getting. I don't
you know what? They could, but the question was, which one would be the longevity?
That's what I'm asking. Nah, I wasn't asking that. I wasn't. We all
Okay,
had
but
good
at the end
answers
of
on
the
that
day,
one. I was trying
like
to
I
ask.
said, they're both interchangeable. Because either way, like you said, if you eat a bunch of mess, you're not gonna sleep. But if you don't sleep, you're gonna be eating a bunch of mess. They're both interchangeable. Both. Oh, David, you was gonna say something. We keep going back and forth. What was you gonna say, David? I keep hearing your voice.
I was gonna say two things. One, you know what I mean, the lack of sleep and everything like that. No, you know what I mean, that you know what I mean, re-energizes our, sleep and re-energizes our body, or whatever like that. No, but the poor eating habits or whatever, we're bringing in parasites. So we got parasites, or whatever like that. And all that's pretty much eating us from the insides or whatever. You know what I mean? That it does, and it doesn't just affect us physically; it also affects us mentally or whatever. You know what I mean? When somebody was talking about cravings and stuff like that, no, you know what I mean. What I'm starting to find out is that that's actually the parasites are saying, "Go get that Snicker bar," or go get this, and everything like that. When you have different headaches and stuff like that, no, that's the parasites and everything. No, that's you know what I mean, releasing toxins or whatever like that, inside the body and stuff, all coming from poor eating habits. But what is chronic stress? What does that mean?
Oh, I think we lost them, Dave. They ain't want to hear about that damn food. They ain't trying to hear it. My question to you then, Dave, you think if people that get more sleep and the right proper rest, that they will change their eating habits to eat better before somebody who changed their eating habits, the whole eating better, would you think they would get better sleep if they had lack of sleep? If they change their eating habits, would you think they get better rest now?
I've
Or
seen
somebody who
people.
changed their resting habits and get better rest, would they get better eating habits?
I've seen people that slept for 12 hours or whatever like that, and still obese. You know what I mean?
Sleep and eat all day. That's I met people that all they do is sleep all day, then they
Sleep,
wake up, eat, and go
wake
right
up,
back to
and eat.
sleep. And
Right.
I'm like,
And
they
when
got
you
12
a
hours.
good example, like Golden Corral, or okay, like Thanksgiving and stuff like that. No, when you eat, you know what I mean? What's that word? The itis that gives you the itis, whatever,
Yeah.
or it makes you what? Go to sleep.
Then they got a thing that too much sleep. Like you got to really know when to stop it. It's a thing.
Yeah.
If you get too
Yep.
much sleep, that will cause an effect on the body.
Yep.
Like what? Now you can't too much eat healthy eating ain't a thing. Like, oh yeah, you eating too healthy. You know, it's like nah, like too much sleep. It's just letting you know you don't even supposed to be down that long, man. Like I wonder how long other animals sleep. Now I want to really look into that, other than them damn bears, they sleep too long. But I wonder like just other animals in nature, like how long do they sleep? Is it 4, 8 hours, 6 hours? Because all this was based off of work schedule. We're gonna give them 8 hours of sleep. We're gonna make them work for 8 hours. They're gonna have to canoe. We're gonna give them a break here and there. They're gonna be in a cycle, but it's gonna be enough to drain them, but not too much to not want to come back. And that was what it was based off of. But before then, we don't know how long. We probably pulled all night, and we probably slept every 2, 3 days. We probably just stayed up until we really just crashed out. Now we put ourselves in bed because we know we got to get up and do something. But at
Right.
one point, people probably just stayed up, and then when they got tired, they just went to sleep. But now we know if I got to be up at 4, damn, I'm not tired, but I'm gonna force my body to go to sleep. I be wondering what type of effect do that play on the body when you really not tired, but you know you got to be up early, so you force yourself to go to sleep.
Go to
You
sleep.
got some
Right.
people take medicine to go to sleep. That affect the body as well. I think. What you think, Dave? Do you think it play any effect on the human body at all? Trying to force yourself to go to sleep because you got to be up the next day.
Yeah. 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 But sometimes okay, so like you said, if you got to be at work, if you got to be at work at 7 or whatever like that, you be like, oh, I can't go to sleep. I'm going to take something to make me go to sleep or something like that. No, it can either do two things. It can make you oversleep, or you know what I mean, only give you like a couple hours of sleep or something. You know what I mean? Like if your body is used, if you go to work at 7 and your body is used to waking up at like 5 o'clock or like 5 o'clock, and let's say you partying or you know what I mean, doing something on, you're like, oh shoot, normally I go to bed like at 10, 11 o'clock, and here it is, it's like 1, 2 o'clock. I can't go to sleep. I need something to go to sleep or something like that. No, you can still wake up at 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? Because your body is used to that. Or, you know what I mean, you wake up 5 o'clock. Wake up 5 o'clock in the daytime or whatever. It just depends or whatever. But the thing also says poor eating habits. You know what I mean? And I think some people is taking that as, you know what I mean, just, you know what I mean, no more burgers and no, but this is no. But it's not just that. It's saying poor eating habits, meaning also like fasting. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Because fasting also refuels the body and everything. Even you know what I mean, bring up the Bible and everything and all. I never understood the power of fasting and whatever. No, even you know what I mean, outside of, you know what I mean, like religion and different things like that. No, I see a lot of people like health nuts and all. They talking about, you know what I mean, fasting and whatever. Like and back to what we was talking about earlier. You know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, you don't need 3 meals a day or whatever. You know what I mean, because it takes 24 hours to digest one meal. So if you eat 3 meals, you got 2 meals that still haven't been digested, and then you eat another 3 meals, then you got so on. You know what I mean? Then next thing you know what I mean.
I want to know this chronic stress.
That's the question I asked. Yeah, I said, what is chronic stress?
I'm about to look it up.
Yeah.
That might top it all. That sound painful.
Look, stress make you eat and not sleep.
It's a consistent sense of feeling pressure and overwhelmed over a long period of time. That's chronic stress.
So that's that's mental. That's you know what I mean, the poor eating habits, lack of sleep and exercise, that's all physical, but that chronic stress, that's mental.
And lack of sleep is mental too.
Yeah.
And poor eating is mental too. Because if you don't eat right or eat the wrong things, it messes with your brain. You get a lack of sleep or rest, it messes with your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It all links. And I tell you right here, right now, I done did it because even still, like I got fussed at by my doctor because I wasn't eating enough.
Yeah.
I was working, and I would grab a few things here and there. I might eat a few nuts or might not eat.
That's poor eating habit.
It's poor eating habit.
That's still poor eating habit. It ain't eating bad. It's poor eating habit.
It's poor eating habits, right? Not eating right, not eating enough. Or and that makes you get
not eating right, not eating enough, not eating too much.
And that's one thing people would think because I'm bigger that I eat a lot. I don't. I didn't used to eat enough, and your body will hold on. Well, my body holds on to the weight because I don't eat enough. And then I get to the point where I'm eating. And I'm not just eating a bunch of junk. I'm just eating. So I used to feel bad when I would do that. And it was because I was hungry. And, so I would eat. And so I had to learn to eat. If I'm going to do that, make sure it's stuff that it's going to hold. It's not just the starches because that's not going to do no but turn to sugar.
Yeah.
It's wholesome foods that's going to hold me since I was only eating maybe if I did once a day. If you're going to do that one big meal, it got to be something that's going to hold you. You know what I'm saying?
We got it. When it comes to nutrition, there's 2 types of eating. You're eating for yourself or you're eating for your body, because what we want or what we may put in our body may not necessarily be what our body wants, and our body still will stay hungry because it's not getting the proper balance or whatever it needs. Your body needs stuff, and we want stuff, and there's people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that you got to feed your body what it needs, a certain amount of water, a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of stuff that your body requires. Have you ever ate something and know you just ate, but you're feeling hungry again? It's because you did not feed your body what it needs to run properly. You just ate. You fed your mind. You fed your flesh. Well, the body is the flesh. But you know, you felt your craving or whatever you were thinking that you wanted, instead of feeding what your body was craving.
And that's what it says something about the vitamins.
Yeah, I learned that from Dr. Sebi.
Yeah, the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals, and that's what it was saying about the food. Because if you're just eating the junk, there's nothing nutrient about chips or candy or or sweets that we eat. You know what I'm saying? We might have a craving, but a lot of times it's something that we just like. You ever get a craving for how I want the jalapeno? Every once in a while I get a craving for that, but it's the capsaicin or whatever's within that I may need. And it could be a vitamin or a mineral that I'm lacking that comes from that, So it's stuff like that. Your body will tell you what it needs, but it comes to your mind.
Like when I've been craving watermelon, because I know my body. Lipton watermelon is good for the body, so I don't care what nobody say. It's good. It's a natural dehydrator. It's the natural rehydration. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. It gives you because people think, oh, I gotta drink 8 glasses of water. No, fruit and vegetables have nutrients contents that your body needs that can hydrate you. Versus than they think.
Tell you one thing. I did a watermelon fast a couple of times. I felt so hydrated. I wasn't thirsty, and I was barely drinking water. I was doing the water, and watermelon will take you to the bathroom. The melons will clean you out and send you to the bathroom because it's water. And you will not feel thirsty doing it. Matter of fact, it's time for me to do another one. But you do those. The fruits,
it's good.
It's good because they're made for you to replenish your body.
Now, but if you don't get the proper rest, it will not let your food do what it needs to do.
Man, it's people that eat all day, man. All they do is eat and sleep. Ron, come in here with us, man. Pop on YouTube, man. We can't see your comments or anything on Instagram.
Oh, Ron on there. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What up with
you? You need it goes. What happens to the people that eat right? Well, never mind.
That's what I'm saying. They mostly get the proper rest, and that's what I'm saying. People get proper rest. They just get up and eat all stuff. Yeah, I know a lot of people that get the proper rest. They just get up and eat poorly. And people complain like all they do is eat and sleep all motherfucking day. Eat, sleep, and shit.
Stop wrong with you.
But I'm saying he getting proper rest. That motherfucker sleep.
But because you sleeping, Molly, don't mean
it ain't changing. It ain't. But nah, why ain't it?
Because
what's proper rest then?
Listen to what I'm saying. In the medical terms, sleep apnea causes you to sleep.
I ain't talking about nobody with sleep apnea. I'm just talking about regular people out here who eat who sleeping 8 hours a day. Now, if you want to give an illness to somebody, that's different.
There's all other people that just because you're sleeping don't mean you're still getting your proper rest. Proper rest means when you're in good sleep.
But to hit what Molly is saying though, they get up and eat. You fall asleep. Okay, so what people missing out of all that, when you eat like that, your body knocks you out so that it can process that shit. That's why you get the itis. Your body is like, whoa, this is too much. Good night. That's why you fall asleep. So it can process what you just had. It has to shut you down because if it doesn't shut you down, it's not going to be able to make everything else function properly. So your body will shut you down so it can start digesting what's going on. It has to function in that way. That's why we get the itis. If it's too heavy for us, our body going to say, boom, good night. So it can do what it got to do because that's how it works at night. When you go to bed at night, you go to sleep, digestion happens and it's working.
A lot of stuff
over. Yeah, it does. but it's taking everything and feeding everything, and everything else shuts down slowly. So if you're always awake, your body always has to work. That's why you have to have the sleep, because if your heart is constantly going and you can't slow down, that means you're putting too much pressure on your heart. If your brain is constantly going and you ain't think you're putting too much
stress.
Everything on the body, your body has to rest. And if we keep eating, we're not allowing it to rest. If we don't sleep, we're not allowing it to rest.
And
that's why I say it's interchangeable.
That's why I say there's a lot of people out here getting proper sleep, but they still get up with the same bad eating habits that put them right back to sleep.
And they not getting right.
Eating. That's why I think that people with better eating habits, they get better sleep. I think that's to be more results. If everybody start eating and getting better eating habits, I think they have better sleep and they will sleep proper. And when they get up, they won't just fall and pass back to sleep because they got better eating habits. But you can sleep and get 8 hours and get up and get the same bullshit back in your body and keep doing it 8-10 hours. And then like Reese said, that's because you're not getting maybe the proper sleep. It can be 8 hours, but that's not proper sleep. I don't know what is proper sleep, but I'm saying they getting a number of hours that most people say is proper sleep, and they still getting up with the same eating habits. I don't think that getting a certain amount of rest or sleeping properly changes the people's mindset to eat better. But I think people that eating better and got better eating habits, they get better rest. You know, they don't at night they sleep better. You probably can research that. People that with better eating habits probably get better rest and sleep better at night.
I agree.
I got a question. How many people you know that snore?
I don't know. Shit, I don't be bad people when they sleep.
I mean, well, I know a lot of people.
I ain't just walking. I ain't been laying beside everybody.
You're not getting proper rest. You may be sleeping, but that don't mean you're getting your proper rest.
I know when I'm exhausted, I snore.
And
when I'm exhausted, I will.
And what I mean by sleeping, the only reason why I'm talking about sleeping is because I have a sleeping condition. I know about the proper rest, not what I've read but what I've actually been through and studied as well. When you just because you're sleeping don't mean you're getting the proper rest. Because your eyes closed and you like this don't mean you're getting the proper rest, is what I'm saying. And the lack of rest, that's why then I say the question read it into the lack of rest on your body.
It's interchangeable. You're going to need that sleep.
You're going to need your rest.
That mess, your body's not going to sleep because it has to process all that junk. And so, like you say, even though they're getting that 8 hours because they're eating, they still are not sleeping because their body is not letting them rest.
That's still leading back to poor eating habits.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything is leading back to poor eating habits.
It's still,
so you ate better, you would sleep better.
You're still not sleeping.
Yeah.
But usually if you sleep like you're supposed to and change the diet, that's why I said I agree. I would choose both because they're interchangeable. Because I know for sure if I don't eat certain things, it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me stop doing that.
But his question was not which one.
I know. We already answered the question.
No, yeah. But that's why I feel like the eating habit for a long term. For long-term eating habits, you will get better sleeping habits. So for a long period of time, overnight, if you making better eating choices and better habits, you will get the proper rest automatically. But if you pick lack of sleep and you just getting a lack of sleep, it's just like that's not going to change your eating habits. Even if you get the proper rest overnight, it's not going to change your eating habits. You know, so it just like I just like you can sleep as much as you want. You can get lack of sleep. I just think it still determines on how you eat day by day. Like you can eat poorly, healthy. If you get lack of sleep, I still think you'll be good. But if you eat poorly, I think they can blame it on lack of sleep. You know, they're not gonna never blame the food because the food and the drug industry together. So they can say, oh, it's just because you ain't sleeping enough. No. Change your eating habits. Put down this, put down that, and I bet you bread everything else would change. But they would tell you something different, and then they give you medication for you can sleep more. It just don't make sense because they tell you if you sleep too much, it can cause a health problem.
Yeah,
ain't that tricky right there? That's crazy because if you eat too much watermelon, will that cause something? Like, oh yeah, I just ate too much fruit today. It's like, nah, I spent 10 hours a day. They say you sleep 10, 12 hours, that can really cause the effect on your body for that whole day. You know, just like, come on.
It's like you're sedentary. It
Yeah,
does something.
It does something, but the lack
they
of
just got
rest interferes with your hormones.
Yeah.
that girl got
Either
her
way.
own ringtone. You hear that? Own ringtone. Man, it was a good one though. Al always got some good ones. They could have went with any I don't think anybody's gonna go with the not exercising enough. Which that might could have been a good one to pick as well. But I don't think too many of us in the gym as much, so we can probably care less about that one. But there's a lot of people out here that's in the gym, still bad eating habits, but a lot of health issues, but working out plays a good role in that because if you work out daily, you can most times eat whatever you want when you're young. You can burn it right off. As you get older, things start to slow down. But working out is big. So not working out long term can cause some health issues, but I don't think it's bad as the other ones. But that chronic stress, that might be the one. Cause for a long period of time, I can't imagine feeling overwhelmed. What else is said for it? Yeah, too much shit for it. I know overwhelmed is something else, but it's basically feeling pressured your whole life, every day, all day. I couldn't do that. This girl picked up a phone call doing a live show. That's gangster. Fuck it. Let me just pick up this call. They ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, it's just Marley and Dave. They ain't, man, they ain't talking about shit. We just live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. That ain't about nothing, man. I could have called them back. I do that.
I am back. I am back.
Yeah, that was so professional. I love it.
But I have to answer the phone because I never know what the doctors, because I'm waiting for them to call us back for surgery. I don't never know what it is. So unfortunately, at this time, I had to be unprofessional and I grabbed the call.
So was that the doctor? Was that the doctor?
No, but
right,
it's from where it's one of those numbers that my doctor's office had. So that's the only reason. Other than that, we don't answer.
All right, that's a bad. We pick up for the doctor. Weezy, get on your job, man. What you doing? You got Reese answering phones. Why she live?
I'm supposed to answer her phone.
Why she live? Somebody else got it. She ain't gonna know none of the info anyway. Weezy, when's my birthday again? Weezy, hold on, they asking me my address.
Look, that she is to assist me, and if my mind is going and decreasing because I ain't getting the proper rest, I have my machine, my breathing machine, and I gotta ask her those questions. That's why she write it down in the book.
And we see one in there. So why is it? It's just you not getting the proper rest, girl. So it ain't got nothing to do with the ding dongs and shit. No, you can eat as much bullshit you want. You just gotta sleep. If you get some sleep, that's all it is. Yeah, right.
No, it's depending on the person. The body varies. Like I said, my situation with the sleep, it was very unique. It was different. Even with the food, because I was exercising, eating right, and everything. It was a cabbage diet. I developed a good eating regimen, going to the gym, and still didn't know what the hell happened to me. What happened to me was I wasn't getting a lack of rest. The body wasn't able to take its rest. No, I'm talking about when I was on a good regimen. You can bounce the quarter off my.
First of all, ding dong put you to sleep, not food.
No, I wasn't eating that. Nope. I was on point.
Burgers.
When I was the machine, when I had the trainer on the machine.
Nah, I don't believe that. Reese has never been a machine, but before 3 months, and the dude told us she was in the gym every day. And the minute he gave her that ding dong, she never went back, man. She fell in love and never went back to the gym. Reese had a gym membership. They know her and everything in the gym.
Yeah, Anytime Fitness, and that's when my heart went bad. Yep.
Eating them ding dongs. It comes with
2008.
the food. You was working
No,
out. You
I
did
had
everything
a
you
large
supposed
heart
to
cause
do.
from not getting sleep. I had sleep apnea, not
I just
breathing, not getting
mentioned
the
that.
proper rest and the other stuff. And
I know.
and I was in there working out. That's why I'm like, why my heart? I'm eating right and working out right and everything, and damn heart want to act up when I'm doing the right thing. When you're doing all the proper things, all the right things, and that was for months,
How long it take to graduate from college?
years.
Exactly. Doing the right thing for a day or two, that don't change
It wasn't
anything.
a day or
You gotta
two.
do it for years, and then after a while, you'll start to see the results. But them ding dongs slowed you down.
No,
that's
and
cool.
I wasn't the ones that didn't like ding dongs. I like ding a ling, not ding dongs.
Them
Okay,
Glock,
get
them
that straight.
burgers, them fat guys. I used to love.
No,
fat
I wasn't
guys.
a burger guy. I was a chicken girl, and I got low
Chicken ain't that
cholesterol.
bad.
I believe that because I didn't get the beef, the red meat, and all that slow digestion. I don't know. That might have saved me from other stuff. I don't know. And I know the sugar caused other stuff because I was
That's what it
soda
is.
person.
Them
I
sugar,
was,
and them chips. Them
yeah,
chips.
that was me. Sugar, chips, and chicken. So I mean, it's SCC, soda, chips, and chicken, and that is a natural disaster waiting to happen because it messed up everything.
Yeah, they sneak sugar in everything. I was like, that's why we be so
Ain't
addicted.
ain't no sugar in the chips. It's sugar in the chips.
Yeah,
Ain't no
it's
sugar in the chips.
probably something in there. It's sugar in there somewhere. It's something in it always make you want it again. It's like a drug in it that.
It's also a hormonal imbalance too, can make you crave things.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. It makes you crave. You may not be hungry, but you have that craving, that crazy feeling like, oh, I gotta eat.
They was talking about that parasite in you. He controls the will.
But your body gotta fight them parasites off. And if you don't get the proper rest, guess what?
You gotta have the food to change.
I seen a parasite.
Both.
I seen a parasite get eaten by some shit. The rat ate the motherfucker.
Ooh.
Then the rat purposely went over to some other shit. It was like a bird, some type of bird, and the bird ate that. And then the parasite was inside the bird, and that was his whole goal, was to get inside this bird.
So to get inside humans.
And he started to control the bird too. It's like they make them do stuff unnormal, like purposely kill themselves for something else to eat it, so it can get inside of that thing, And it was just crazy to see the parasite go from here to there, and he purposely doing this because he want to get into a certain host to lay some eggs to do this thing all over again. I was like, this is crazy, man. But when they get inside of these animals have no control no more. Like and the mouse will right to a cat, like it will go right. That's why they always say like certain dogs got rabies and stuff. Like if they act in a certain way, animals, because they acting out of the norm, like they coming to you trying to attack you. That ain't normal for them.
That is so scary. Because imagine a mad scientist conspiracy theory, somebody getting a hold of that information or getting a hold of that certain parasite, genetically modifying it in the lab or whatever, and then feeding it to the human race or the species, to the masses. And the next thing you know, they're controlling our behavior and what we do and how we do it. That's how it worked with the Doritos. That's why you can't eat certain noodles, certain stuff. The parasites, the red dye, and all that stuff. And they say the kids eat the
that's what zombies is. Zombies is. Just
damn.
The body kill off, the parasite take over the wheel, and they start walking all stupid and zombie-like. But that's just a parasite.
Science fiction turns to fiction. That's crazy.
Science fiction turns to fiction. I like that.
That's our ignorance. Well, we don't know. And once we know better, we're supposed to do better. And that's with our health, with our rest, with our everything. They always say, once you know better, you're supposed to do better. So some people want to do better, and then some people want to continue doing what they're doing because it's enjoyable to them. So that's why.
That's why.
Morning on the mic. Wake up,
never came back.
baby. The Morning Mac Show. The Morning Mac Show. Yeah. Coffee
Time with you, Dave. Get us some good energy before you go, man. We know you're on your website. You know you got one of your Jolly Rancher pop.
You always messing with
When his white tee hanging like that, I know he up to no good.
You see when his white tee is hanging like that.
Big Peter and he got that white tee on. Dave up to no good.
David, what you up to no good? Up to no good.
Up to no good.
My positive energy is, you know what I mean. Get your sleep, eat right. Also feed your mind and everything. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We preach it all the time. Do your own research because, you know what I mean? We have so many things hidden from us or whatever, down from eating habits to this to that. Like it's crazy what you find out. When they say you find out something new, I mean, you learn something new every day. That is no exaggeration.
Thank you guys for tuning in today. Thanks, Alan, yet again for another wonderful question. We appreciate your daily input. It's so amazing. We appreciate it. Thank you, Molly, for setting us up every day, and also for bringing your thought, your mindset. I love it. David, thank you for coming in, and Reese, thank you for being here. I'm here with you anyway, but thank you for doing the show. My good energy for today is just being happy, and being happy doesn't have to look like what anybody else says it's supposed to look like. The way you're happy is up to you. If you're happy means you got up and you took a shower, be happy. If you're happy is you went outside and felt some air that you haven't felt in months because you ain't been right, then be happy. Just make yourself be joyful and happy in those moments. And even if it doesn't feel real, it'll feel real the more you do it. Just keep on. Your happiness is on you, nobody else.
That's right. That's right. I agree with everything David said and what Louisa said. I want to add one more thing, and this comes from Alan. People, don't be trying to change a light bulb outside of the shed during a rainstorm. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's dangerous to your life, and you could cut your longevity real quick. It will outside of the rainstorm change light bulb. You know, you ain't got to worry about none of that. That right amount, that right amp hit you, get heavy amped up. You know, but for real, just do like David said, do your own research, but get proactive in your own health. You know, get proactive in eating, moving, sleeping right. Get proactive in all that if you want to have longevity. Because everything goes hand in hand. It's in and out, interchangeable. You got to do it all to be right. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. Molly Moore, give him something.
Hey, give them some. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us like always. We'll be back tomorrow for Talk Till Thursday. I know we gonna have something good for us. Like my man Dave said, get your proper rest. I can't tell y'all the exact hours that is, but you know what it is. Your body will let you know. But get your proper rest. Make sure you're eating good. And if you do go out here and you out here eating any and everything, go try to hit the gym. Try to burn it off, man. You know, so if you know better, do better. For those who don't know, man, hey, we praying for you. Hopefully you can find this show and get some of this knowledge. We'll catch y'all tomorrow, same time as always. 10:30 to 12:30. Peace, we up out of here. Love y'all. Bring out Weezy P.
The Morning Mac Show. Turn it up, let it roll. The Morning Mac Show. Take the day by the throat. Hit me first when the world feels slow. The Morning Mac Show. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, do this.
The Morning Mac Show. That's the way we roll.
Bye, you guys. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Bye. Say it again, Molly. Bye.
And then-